Welcome to another episode of Exercise of the Week. This week I want to continue to build on that circuit that we've been doing so far. So far I've showed you 3 moves. We're going to make our way all the way up to 6 moves, and then you can combine these 6 and do them together to get a nice full body workout. So if you haven't seen the first 3 exercises, go check those out. This week for your 4th one, I want to give you a really good burn in the legs. So far all 3 that I've shown you have been full body moves, but they've been more taxing on your upper body than on your lower body. So today it's all about just getting a good burn in those legs, okay? I'm gonna show you a move called the side lunge, curtsy lunge combo. So why I love this, 2 reasons. 1, we're working pretty much all the muscles in your lower body. So your glutes, your quads, your hamstrings, your hip abductors, your hip adductors, your calves, everything, okay? Number 2 is we have you moving in multiple planes of motion. So we're moving side to side as well as forward and back. So I find this way more functional for everybody because in our day-to-day life or most sports, we have to move in multiple planes of motion. So makes sense, right? So as usual, I'm going to show you the move and then talk you through it, and then afterwards I'll come back and I'll touch on a few key points I want you to remember as you do it. So perform the side lunge first and then step back into the curtsy lunge. So as you perform the side lunge, you'll notice the one leg stays straight and only the one leg bends. As I go back into the curtsy lunge, it's a big step back and a little bit off to the side of my front foot. Your hips stay square to the front the entire time. If you step too far off to the side in the curtsy lunge, the tendency is to rotate in the hips. Now this is a little easier version. You'll see that I stop my foot on the ground to regain my balance before going into the other part of the move. And then if performing with a barbell is too tough, this would be performing it with just body weight. So that was the side lunge, curtsy lunge combo. As you can see, it's a bit of a complicated movement. If you've never done either one of those moves by themselves, let alone together, it could be a bit of a struggle. So what I recommend you do is do them separately. So that means do your 12 to 15 reps of the side lunge and then do 12 to 15 reps of the curtsy lunge. Once you've kind of mastered those each on their own, then you can mash them together and it's a lot easier to keep proper form. Now, a few key points I want to go over with those 2 moves or the one move, that's 2 different exercises, is 1, how is your knee tracking? So our knee should always be directly above our toes and our shin should be vertical. So when you do the side lunge, the tendency is the leg that's bending for the foot and the knee to go off to the side. With the curtsy lunge, the tendency is for the knee to go off to the side as well. So what I want you looking for is that your shin is vertical to the ground and that your kneecap is directly above your toes. Okay, the other thing I want you to watch is how is your torso. When you do the side lunge, you need to stick your bum back and tip over in the waist. If you don't do that, one of 2 things is going to happen. If you load into your glutes, stick your bum back, and you don't tip over, you're going to fall over backwards. 2, if you don't tip over, you're probably not going to stick your bum back so that you don't fall over, so your knee is going to go really far forward, and that's no good because then 1, I'm not loading into my glutes, so they're not working, the quad is kind of doing it all, and 2, it can create shear force in your knee. So that is kind of this back and forth like that. And that is a recipe for getting a tear or a rip in your meniscus. And if you know anything about the meniscus, you know it does not heal very fast, so you want to avoid that happening at all costs. Now when you do the curtsy lunge, you're going to stay completely upright. Okay, so that's kind of the difference between the 2. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next episode of Exercise of the Week.